Hey guys, Nikki Wood here, and welcome to September. It is fall already. We are 1 month away from Halloween, and I cannot wait. But we still have to get through September 1st, so let's talk about what's going on with you guys in the areas of mind, body, heart, and spirit. Now, before I start, you guys know I like to do a little bit overall umbrella energy, just in case we miss anything that's really important for us in any other areas. So, here's what's going on. This month, if you've watched last month's forecast, you know it was a little bit tough, and it was kind of about kind of waiting for things to manifest and just not feeling super connected to stuff. But this month, what's happening is good things are finally happening to you here, which is really amazing news. So you've got a lot of people helping you. You've got a lot of good things that are finally starting to happen and come to pass. So that we really like. The next thing that's coming with this here too is it's very interesting. This card was flipped upside down last month. But this month, it looks like you've kind of got your groove back a little bit. You've got your strength and you've got your courage and you've got your motivation and your passion to go on and continue the things that you've been working on that you really are trying to manifest. So this is really good news overall for you this month. If it hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen this month. It's right here. So look forward to that because I feel like really good things are going to be happening this month for a lot of people. Now, let's look at what's underlying under all of those good things in these specific areas. So, the first thing we want to look at is mentally, like upstairs, what's going on up here, how fast is our hamster running, what's happening. So this month what I'm getting here with this particular card is I'm seeing that you kind of have like a battle going on in your head. It's almost like you're kind of bargaining with yourself or you're like negotiating with yourself in a certain way about things that you believe or about ways that you are looking at the world or ways that you are processing information. And it's sort of kind of like a colliding or a clash of ideas. Like it might be your new self fighting against your old self or just readjusting or reevaluating what you believe in and what's true to you and, you know, what works. Sometimes our beliefs are, you know, deep-seated. They're rooted in stuff that we pick up from when we were kids. It's how we learn to see the world and interact and, you know, adapt and process information and learn things. And maybe that's not working so good for you anymore. We're all growing up and we're all getting older and the world is changing. And sometimes we have to reevaluate and look at these things. And I think that's what's happening this month. Especially last month too, it was about getting a lot more information. So that could be why this is happening too. You have more knowledge now in which to consider, so you might be thinking about things differently. And that's okay, but be prepared for kind of feeling like you're overthinking or, you know, there's too much going on upstairs this month. It's just kind of the natural course of events when you get an upload of information. Now, we're going to take a step into the next section here, and we're going to look at our body physically here, our house, and where we live, and what's going on with us this month. Now, the Hermit card's popping up here for me, which kind of seems like we're looking for more information, or we're looking for other avenues or other ways things can be done, or looking to see if the things that we are doing or practicing, or the medicines that we're taking, or whatever it is, if it's the right thing for us or not. You know, a lot of times people will just go to the doctor and they say, oh, you have really bad stomach aches, take this pill. And the people most of the time will go, okay, sounds great, thanks, I'll take the pill and my stomach aches will go away. But kind of in the same wavelength too, instead of doing things like that the way you normally do, now you're sitting there going, well, why am I taking this pill? What's wrong with my stomach that I need it? Is this the only way to treat it? What do I have? There's a lot of things that can be wrong with the stomach. There's a lot of pills you can give somebody. This is kind of the energy of what we're looking at this month in our body. We're questioning things instead of going along with what we've already done. And maybe what we're doing already is great, but maybe some things need to be shifted up. And this month we're going to find out what it is that we really kind of need to be doing. We're gathering information and really shining the light into all the corners and seeing if what we're doing is going to help us be the best version of ourselves. Now, with that said, we're going to move on to the soft candy center here, the feels, our heart chakra, what's happening in there. This is usually a big one for people because when you're feeling a lot of stuff, that's kind of the prominent energy that overtakes a lot of things. You know, just day to day within this forecast, a lot of different stuff. So here's what's happening for you guys. So the Justice card is coming up here too, and it feels, so I'm picking up two different vibrations off this card for you guys this month. The first one that I'm picking up is that you're feeling a little unbalanced or you're feeling a little off. And this is too because a lot of things have been changing lately. And, last month too, it was about things kind of maybe being pulled away that weren't working for you anymore, and taking a look at how you were feeling about relationships. So it feels like with this card, this month you've made some changes, and that uncertainty is sort of like adapting to what's new. You're not just going to get off the boat in France and be able to speak French and understand what all the different types of food are unless you've done some research, and that's where you're at right now in your life. You made some changes. You've hopefully made some good changes for yourself, and you're in uncharted waters, right? And you have to kind of learn to sail the ship a little bit, and that's what you're doing this month. And it's not that anything bad is happening, but you just feel a little like, whoa, you feel a little seasick is what's going on. And that's okay, Eventually you'll get your sea legs and it will get better. So just try to take a deep breath and flow with it. Now, the second thing that I'm getting for this too, it's a kind of a feeling of unfairness. So with the changes that have been coming about for you, some of them feel like they're unfair. Now, why is this happening? Well, because sometimes, one, people don't handle situations very well. And sometimes when they're handling a situation that you're involved in, you might not always get, the best part of that. You might get the short end of the stick, and that's okay. Sometimes it's not about you, but you're feeling that energy really intensely. The other thing that is happening here, so one, you could be feeling it from just situations or maybe, people not necessarily treating you right, but you also might feel like the course of events that is happening to you is just genuinely unfair. Now, let's talk about that for just a second. Maybe it's unfair, maybe it's not. 2019 is a really big year of the universe really giving you what you most want. And for those of us who are farther away, we have more work to do. And some of us are willing to let go of things that aren't serving us to get to the place where we need to go, where we want to be the most. And some of us are holding on for dear life to these terrible things and these terrible situations that are not serving you. They're not helping you. They're not supporting you. They're not encouraging you or inspiring you. But you're holding on to these anyway. And we don't know why. So Spirit has come in and said, no, no, no. And it takes them away in a way that you cannot possibly hold on to them because it wants to help you. It just doesn't feel like it right now. So if that's happening, try to kind of change your viewpoint and your perspective, because what's happening might not be bad. It just might feel bad right now. But it's opening up the road for bigger things to happen. So try to sit in that space. All right. The last thing that we want to look at is spiritually what's happening with our spiritual practice, with our spiritual being, with our energy. What is going on? So last month we were feeling a little off our game. And this month, it's getting a little better, but it's still kind of tough. What's happening is we're in a rebuilding process right now. So the card that I just showed you, this card right here. So this way it's kind of a dark night of the soul. It's a serious growth process. And upside down reversed here, it is kind of what happens slightly after that. It's like right after you've hit bottom, it's that point where, you've gone down and now you're starting to go back up. But you're not up here, you're more like down here in that flat little part right before the angle hooks. And what's happening there is you're just in a space spiritually where things have gotten a little bit better, but they don't feel great yet. And that's all right. If you need more help, ask for it. Ask for, the gods and goddesses to help you. Ask for the ancestors to help you. Ask for your angels and your spirit guides to help you. They're there whenever you need them. If you're feeling lost, if you need extra this, that, or the other, they will help you. And just keep doing the stuff that you are doing right now, because that's going to keep helping push you forward on your path. Like, you're in a good spot right now. You're just in a rebuilding process, and that's okay, because we all go through that sometimes. We all hit a point in our practice where that happens, where we either, step back for a minute, or whether it transitions into something completely different that we didn't think was going to happen. Our path kind of hooks to the left instead of the right, and it's not the wrong path. It's just a different path. So I think that's what's happening with everybody right now, and it might just feel a little bit funky. But that's okay. You're going in the right direction, so don't quit. So that's everything that's going on this month. I feel like it's a lot of things that are happening because of transitions and changes. And I don't think any of it's bad. I think some of it just feels a little uncomfortable, and that's okay because it's going to go away. And if you feel super uncomfortable, do things that make you happy. Do things that bring you into your highest joy, whether that's meditation, whether that's going and picking wildflowers, whether it's singing a song, whether it's watching something funny on TV, whether it's hanging out with one of your friends that makes you laugh so hard, or just genuinely lifts your spirits just by hearing their voice. These are the things that you need to be surrounding yourself with this month in order to bring your energy up as you're transitioning and dealing with the kind of rumbly energy that comes from the change. So that's everything that's going on for September. I don't think anything's really bad. I think some of it's just, stuff to kind of just push through, and I think everybody can do it. So I look forward to talking to you guys next month for Halloween, see what's going on for October for my favorite month. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. You guys are really amazing, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day.